My name is Selena Rodriguez, and I teach art in an elementary school in Chicago. So before I started movement training with Rome, my movement practice, I wouldn't really even consider it a practice, but like what my movement consisted of was running, whether it be outside or indoor on a treadmill at the gym. And occasionally I do some yoga and high intensity interval training. Prior to working with movement therapy, my only pain that I was really feeling was in my lower back, but nothing major. My main focus, my main notice was more so an imbalance that I was feeling between one side and the other of my body. Like lots of, I was feeling symptoms on my left side as far as joints go, as well as just other types of like skin issues and hair thinning on one side compared to the other. And just like it just seemed like there was a clear energy imbalance. And that's more so my focus in wanting to do any sort of work. So far, the results that I've noticed since I've been working with movement therapy are that I've definitely gained strength. I I noticed that shortly after I started practicing that I was feeling more like bursts of energy, and definitely it affected my endurance as well. And I noticed that when I'd go for a run, that shortly after doing this practice, like I had a ton more endurance, and like the running seemed a lot easier. And also I feel like a general opening up of my body, like joints and things like that. Just parts that I had not addressed before, things that I hadn't looked at before. And also, in an overall kind of an observation, I noticed that this movement therapy has you connect not only like your body, but like the things that you're doing with your body, the things that we're practicing in movement therapy relate to life. So it's like this different kind of an understanding is also like something that's resulted from this. It's an understanding of like the connection between, what I'm doing here is actually also what I'm doing in life. So the practice has become something that I realize and desire to practice daily, because I know that this mindfulness is necessary and it's bringing about a greater awareness of how I show up in life. The biggest benefit of movement therapy is all that it contains in one class. There's like just so many aspects of self-care that you are knocking out in that one class. So I know that if I've taken class that day with Rome, that I've done my meditation, I've done breathing practice, I've done body work, I've done resilience work, I've thought about the day ahead. There's mindfulness, there's intentional work that goes into the time that we spend there. And it's so much of value in that hour and a half time. I have to say that when initially a friend recommended movement therapy to me, I had like a slight bit of hesitation, only for like the lack of knowing what it was about. But that wasn't really anything that like was strongly holding me back from taking it. I'd say that the more I had more hesitation toward the fact that it seemed like a big chunk of time to carve out in the day. And so I'm glad that I saw the benefit of it and realized that that's time well spent. It's like valuable. It's like that I'm worthy of that time. That's self-care, and those are the things that I need to do to thrive in my day. So I realize it's time well spent. What's exceeded my expectations and surprised me the most about movement therapy is just that Rome has created such a holistic practice. I had no idea that it was going to involve as much as it did. And that was definitely a pleasant surprise. If my best friend were on the fence on whether or not to try movement therapy, I would encourage them to check this class out, that it's guided by a teacher who is wise and down to earth, and that this class brings forth a guided self-care practice that will leave you with tools that you can take into life, tools that have to do with strength and resilience. And these are things that are so important in life. It's not just a class of moving your body, it is building strength and it's building resilience. And these are the things that we need in life.